This this is my comedy show for tonight. It is called Stranger Things, and I've been always watching it on the series in Netflix, and it's turning out really good. And a few minutes later, that everybody comes out and creeping you. Like, oh my God. And this is like saying that my comedy is for like people loves it, everything like that. And a few minutes later, that I will say like ham and cheese that I had for lunch, and I say that Hamakak cheese, Hamakak cheese, and that's what I pronounce it. And everything is like creeping out, and today is the fourth. But it's not the fourth yet, but it's on the Monday, and I want a little pronounced that my day is correctly day on November, and feel like a happiness like under your crib, and I just want to chill out right here and say, hey, everybody, is Hollie Marie Stevens on my comedy show live. And I have everything up in here, and I play baseball, and a few minutes later that I will knock somebody out on the Stranger Things. And like on the Stranger Things is like um, good and bad people, and a few minutes later they will come up to you and start slashing you. And I know I have too many stuff, but I am like a talent that you see. Like, let's say that I'm a guitarist, and I will say, no, I don't feel like it. I just want to do comedy tonight. And so sometimes I will say, what the hey, what the hey, what the hey. You know I'm here to sing with the baptized. And Pirates of the Caribbean is like a ride. And a few minutes later, that everybody will start swimming. Like, um, what you think of. And it's like what you think tonight with what you say about when I wear glasses. And then I will say that there's no sun around here. And it's like a special day. It's hot, and you just want to do the 4th of July, and what we will say, happity, happity, hap. Here we go with my 4th of July. And I want to be like a little Britney, of course. And then I will say, hit me, baby, one more time. And I am full of tricks anyway. So I'm like Bugs Bunny. He's a full of tricks too. Like he does cartoons. And a few minutes later, that there's no more cartoons around here. How interesting. I just want to be like a scaredy cat for once a while. But everything is like weird sometimes. And it's like saying, how are you doing? So it's like that. And it's just being so weird, like Stranger Things, really, being on live on Netflix, and it's like what I don't know, Stranger Things no more. Too creepy. But what about a clubhouse, for example? That a few minutes later, I will build a clubhouse with Stranger Things up in the walls. And a few minutes later, that all the bad people come and start taking you. So let's go like a fly kite, like outside, and it's a beautiful day. And the next day, that there's no wind coming out, no more. And let's say that I have everything I have, like a hot dog. I will go for a hot dog or a hamburger sometimes, but a few minutes later, that there's no hamburgers and hot dogs no more. And I like what I do, like that there's no more like um, being so kindness and being like a kitty cat. Hanukkah, 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 do 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 do, ba ba ba. Be a cat. And next day, next day, I wanted to be like, whatever around here, just relaxing and chilling, saying goodbye. And for your show, it's like what you need. And always what you think of, like, let's say that I want to have a cup of coffee, and then a few minutes later, there's no more coffee. And I just want to be a dancer, like do 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 da da da. Wee! I want to be a kickboxer. I want to be okay. Let's and let's go around and start talking. And I'm getting good at this too. Being a comedy act, and next day I want to be a comedy act, and then I will start saying, "Howdy ho, people! Here I come." And I want to be on a club, like a next day that for a club is like what you being so sarcastic, and then a few minutes later that there's no club, and I'm gonna put this a little bit more longer because it's like I want to put it long, and a few minutes later I will start being sarcastic or selfish, but I don't know. What do you want to think? Being like so. So it's like whatever you care for, like tonight, and a few minutes later that everybody just coming around and starts saying like, Where's my treats? Where's my treats tonight? I don't know what you want to think of. It's like what what where's my everything? And a few minutes later, it's like things. And like the Orange County Fair, for one, that is a really good place to go. And a few minutes later, the fair that doesn't run no more. And I love playing, well, it's like baseball and soccer, and it's like a good sport to play in the park. And that next day that I'll be kicking the birds around. And when you go outside, don't go like past the cars around, because or the next day that the cars will smash you. So I'm just right here chilling out, having time with my Stranger Things is playing right now, and I'm just watching it on Netflix, of course. And next day that there's no more gonna be Stranger Things coming on no more. And a few minutes later, that there's like trees that blowing around, and it's like, uh, like there's like trees blowing around, and it's like there's like a little animal in the bushes because it's blowing. And the next day, there's a squirrel came out, and the squirrel is like having a lullaby, like going. And I like to be on live, and because it's my thing I do, and I just want to go like being rocking out one day, and I want to go. I want a chair. I want a chair. And a few minutes later, there's like kids kicking out of my wall, and the kids will say, "You get back here right now! What you been doing?" Just kicking out of my wall because the kids were kicking me of my walls. Oh, does that make you feel happy? The kids just kicking your wall. And I just want to like see how you guys up to. And a few minutes later, a few minutes later, it's like, what are you doing? What are you up to? And it's like, what? Go outside and play. And a few minutes later, when everybody's playing outside, and a few minutes later, that the Ghostbusters come, and they will say, there's a ghost with their and communion with cards. It's like communion of cards that just be careful with a comedian in the car. And a few minutes later, there's no comedian in the car. And I just want to go and play like a little guessing game that's going up in my head. And I want to say, there's no guessing games around here. What? And I just like, a few minutes later, I like to play. And then I will say, no, I don't want to play. Get out of here. So this is like Stranger Things and mix like what you guys like. And a few minutes later, there's Ellen DeGeneres, and she's a TV show host. And a few minutes later, I'm not a host no more. And even like, I want to be like a little watchdog for a change, like outside, and I want to just watching people going along and start tagging along with our little doggies, just saying that, this is my dog. This is my dog. I don't like that other dogs barking at my dog. How rude. And people like to laugh too, like what do you think of me, like what you guys doing, like, and then I will say, knock knock, who is there? Knock knock, who is there? What do you think it is? Popping out is me. And people likes to play kickball, and a few minutes later, and a few minutes later, it'll be going on at people's heads at the beach. And at the beach, that people likes to swim and surfing and doing other stuff on the beach, and they will say, "I'm just having fun here." With my dogs, uh-uh, get your head out of my face. I'm just swimming here. What do you think, huh? This is my time with my beach today. So I just want to do like Stranger Things today. And it's like mix of both a little bit. And next day, popping up as a coaster, like me. What do you think it is? Bad. I'm bad. Wow. And the next day, I want to be like Michael Jackson for a change. Then a few minutes later, I will say, wow. So I hope that you join my comedy long. So just wanted to say that. Bye.